Welcome back to Storage Hunter Simulator, and today is going to be a bit of a tough day because we have only got 994 cash, so we need to wait for some stuff to sell before we can really do anything above a tier 1 auction really. So let's pass the day and get started and get our report. So again, showing a lot of major negatives. I'm just trying to wonder what we spent on the last one. 11,000. The 11,000 spent, 8,000 of that would have been the level 3 fix-it tool we got in the last episode. Just wondering what all the money was. The typewriter was the best item sold at 1,148. That's nice to see. So what do we want to do? Let's have a look and see if there's any tier 1 auctions. There's a tier 2. I don't think I'm going to get that with the money we've got. So 9 o'clock the tier 1 start. So instead I'm going to go to the shop to get our chest at 9 o'clock, and then we'll pop over to Caliber 44 and collect the goods from there as well. Okay, it's just 9 o'clock and the locksmith is opened up. Morning to you. Let's pick up our chest and see what goods are in here. And if I remember right, Caliber 44 has the legendary item for us. Okay, good quality. Let's open it up. Always go the wrong side. Not much in here, unfortunately. Just an art and culture, but because we've got the level 3 tool, everything we can take up to good quality now. Okay, Caliber 44. Hi. Yeah, it's ready. Oh, it's the missile he's got. I forgot all about that one. Oh, yeah, the legendary item, because we'd already previously verified it, we didn't need to. And it's normal quality, but we can take it up to good now. 573, very nice. But at least in the last episode, we did manage to consolidate all our items into that pawn shop now. Yeah, all these can be sold. And he's still got 13 in the warehouse, plus a load in the shop. So he's good for products for probably about 2 days, I would estimate. Oh, that's just fantastic. That's what I wanted to see. Nearly 3,000 sitting there. Fantastic. So let's just have a look what he's selling. So he has got 4 or 5 items ready to sell. One of them's just his second sold. And then he's got all the stuff what we've just put into the warehouse, what he's still got to bring out, and the legendary still not coming to the shop. We want that in the shop as soon as possible because it has the timer on it, which is a 60-hour timer. So we want that to start as soon as possible. So now we have got nearly 4,000. Just have a quick look at the tool. So yeah, 25,000 for the tier 4 fix-it tool. Now if we can take things up to good quality already, I'm guessing that's the top tier. Level 4, that will take it up to perfect, I would assume. But I think the next purchase out of there we'd want is the verification tool. But I am happy I did go with the fix-it tool. It wasn't an accident in the last episode, but it was actually working in our favour. It was the better solution. So let's have a look at the auctions. We have a tier 5. I don't think we can get a tier 5 with the money we've got. Now, because it ends at 5 o'clock, we've got a few hours to burn. So I think I'm going to go with the tier 1, the tier 2 first. Okay, let's go into our spot. I have verified the game files, hopefully that will fix the issues we've been having with the auctions not stopping, but it does seem to be a common issue. There's a lot of people that seems to have it. So another drill press. Kitchen sink, I think those is about 80. That bathtub, I think is the one we can actually sell. Chest. Not quite certain what that is. It looks like some sort of tool bench or something. Frying pan and some clothes down the back. Now we know... Let's start the bidding. We know we have got these for under £1,000 in the past. So we do the same as what we always do. Let a few people start with the bidding, and then we'll jump in once the bar starts going down and there's only one in. Okay, still 2 bidding at the moment.
Yeah.
That seems like it's Ella and Rick, and I'm going to jump in because that bar was going right the way down. I thought I was going to get it for less than 300 then. I've never seen it go that low for a tier 2. I think the cheapest tier 2 we've got is about 600. Let's keep bidding.
Come on!
Looking in there, I think we could probably get 800 out of it easily. Oh, right at the last minute, bud.
Okay.
Just seem to be just us two in there at the moment. But you can have people jump in at the last minute. Okay, we got it. And it's roughly where I said, about 600 to 800. I could easily see that sort of value in there. Okay, let's have a quick look at what we've got. And we can verify and take it all the way up to good quality £100 now. So the stuff in the early game where we was picking up 60, 80 are going to be worth a lot more now. We can repair them up better. So that one's gone up to 93 now. Let's get rid of some of the instant sales. Unfortunately, that's locked. That's good and bad. I do prefer the chest to be unlocked, just so I can chuck smaller items in there. What would be the biggest of the items I would want to get in first? Probably something like that. Can I jump up and grab it? Yeah. Then try and get you in next. Yeah, you're a bit wobbly. Actually, can I get you right up in this corner? Oh, wow, that is just excellent stack in there. I'm so proud of myself with that one. Let's put you up this side, just so this doesn't fall backwards. Can I get you any better? No, that looks like the best I'm going to get. Okay, so let's see what else is in here. That's an instant sale. That one's always an instant sale. £7 on that. We might as well just chuck them straight in the back now. There's not that many more big items, except for the bathtub. Oh, it's a car door. Okay. I couldn't quite make out what this one was. 240 now it's repaired. Okay, the window's down. I was going to say it looks like the window's backed on itself. Now, I want you to be a little better than that. Okay, that's better than it was a minute ago. Okay, let's have a look at these little things down here. What have we got? £7 binder. What are you? A magazine? Worth £26. Must be some sort of collector's magazine. And an item for the collector there, so we want to keep that one. And I've knocked the door over. Okay, that will have to do. We've managed to get a few items in there. Another saw, and I'm not going to come up with the saw jokes again. What else have we got? We've got the bathtub, and we've got a few things. Oh, it's an instant sale bathtub, so I haven't got to worry about putting it into the vehicle. But that would have been about £60 if that was going in there. Now, it is saying we've just about probably broke even. Now, I do need to be aware that I've been saying, oh, 50% on top, but that seems like the barter rate. You don't get that 50% I've been expecting on top. But we've definitely made our money. And then anything he can barter for on top is going to be a bonus. £12 for another shirt. And then I think there's just that one bottle left. And even better, we managed to get into one vehicle. Instant sale. So again, just give it a quick check. It's saying one item found. So what's been found? What? Oh, okay, so it must have been picking up that bottle. So now it's only picking up the 12 items in the truck. That's fine. Let's go and send this back to our shop. Now, there was one collectible in here, so I need to be careful of not putting that one in. Now, we did find out in the last episode, it does look like all the collectors, except one item each by the looks of their menu. So I can't remember which one the collector was, so let's have a look. You. Take you out. Take you out. So which part is this? A siren. I think that was at the second city, not this city. So I'll have to transport that over to the other area. But I do want to go over and get some more blind auctions. I actually do prefer the blind auctions over the normal auctions. One, them faster. And two, them a lot easier to get in the truck. And he's the one up just by our house. And it is showing both those are available. Let's see what money he's got in here before we go off to put the chest in. Another 2,000. We knew there was a lot of value sitting in here. But yeah, up to 5,000 already. Considering we was like down to 800 at the start of the day, that's just an absolutely fantastic day. There's a lamp down the bottom corner that's ready to be sold. But most of the other things are just waiting on timers. And then he's still got 3 items in the warehouse he needs to bring out. Now, 5,400 is possibly enough to get that tier 5. Or at least have a good shot at getting it. Now, we have until 5 o'clock till that auction starts, so I think I am going to do that. Now, if I remember right, the legendaries, we've been picking them up from tier 3s as well, so we've got to beware. You don't just need the top tiers to get the legendaries that can be in any tier. Okay, so let's have a look. A jackhammer, pair of boots, magazine. One of them cages we've had before. The trees was about 200 and something. I think it was about 80 for the Santa's sack. Some sort of statue. Then what's he done? Another press type thing. Chair down the back. Piano should be worth a bit. Some sort of column behind it. And a California map. And it looks like there's another car door hidden down the back there as well. So, some good value items in there. Let's begin the bidding. And these ones will have a lot of bidding people. So it will take a while before we start putting our bids in. Okay, so it's just past 1,000 and there's at least 4 people bidding in it at the moment.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, just hit the 2,000 mark, and again, there's still at least 3 people bidding in it. Okay, that's going down a bit further. Let's jump in now. 2,600. And we do know from the last episode, we jumped in the bidding and it still went another 2,000. Where would I be willing to go on this one? Probably somewhere between 4,000 and 5,000 is where I'd really want to stop at.
Okay.
We can get it less than that, and that's just a bonus.
Okay. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So it's still 80 on each bid's coming in, and it's just coming up to 3,700.
Yep.
Ooh, I thought I had that for 37. But then again, I can't moan at the NPCs doing the same thing I do, wait till the last minute to bid.
Okay.
Okay, so we've just hit 4,000. That's like the top end of my bids I really want to be going. But I still do want my first tier 5 win. We still haven't got one yet.
Yep.
I do think 5,000 is a very tough ask in this locker to get hold of in value.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we're just coming up to the 4,500 and still 2 of us in it. Okay, I'm getting to the point where I'm thinking not many more beans I can actually do. I've only got 5,300 on me. It's above where I wanted to go at my higher estimates. Okay, we'll go one more bid and then that's it. Let's set our foot down.
Okay.
Way more than I wanted to spend on here.
Hey.
And I can't afford to put another bid in. That's all the money I've got. But I don't think, unless that piano was worth about 2,000, I don't think there was 5,000 in there. But I did want to go a little higher. And again, it's still going, because it hasn't closed down the shutter, so that probably finished close to 6. Okay, so it is 6:30. Do we have enough to go over to the other town? I don't think we really do. The chest should be ready pretty soon. So I think I'm just going to wait for the chest. Okay, I've had to wait around about an hour, but 7:41. The chest is now ready. Let's fix up the chest first, and let's open it up, see if we can get some good stuff inside. We haven't really been getting too lucky on what's inside these. 34 for a common book. Okay, something went flying out of there. Christmas present. Worth 67, very nice. Put you back in. I think there was another item I spotted yet there. Now let's just have a look. None of these are collectibles. Now that is a collectible, but it's not wanted. I could keep those into my... There's loads of room to drive past. Oh, actually, we was going to go over to the siren part. We'll do that on the next day. We'll do some blind auctions as well. So we could start storing the things like the card part down here that's not needed this week, but it could be needed next week. And I think I've just put the card door in. Yeah, that's a collectible. You're a collectible as well. So take them back out. You're a collectible as well. Yeah, we'll keep the collectibles in our warehouse. We've got a bit of money, so we're not desperate for money. And there's 3 items down here we need to pick up. One of them I can turn in tonight, definitely. You're Siren, so you're the next city. You're just not wanted this week. Again, you're... What day are we on? We're on Thursday, so it resets on a Monday, I think it said. Turn the machete in at least. Go and collect whatever money we've got. That's nice. Up to 6,500. Okay, we're at the collector just over the road from our house.
Greetings, friend.
And you're currently 13%. Up to 20% now. So I'm just going to sleep for the night and I'll bring you back at the report. Okay, so not a bad day. 5,500, but we know that. We could just see how much money we had. And the legendary item did sell. That was the first of the microscopes. We've still got another one. So 1,474 for the microscope. Not bad for a legendary item. So this day we do want to be going over to the next city, but we do want to have a look at what auctions are in this city first. We have nothing to pick up anywhere, so we do have a tier 4 that's available right this second. I do want to do more with the next city, because I want both those so I can purchase the bigger vehicles. Do want to spend a lot of my money on a tier 4. Let's give it a try out. Now, we haven't won too many level 4s, to be honest. They do get very pricey, just like the tier 5s are at the moment. Okay, we're at the auction site. Let's have a look what this tier 4 is looking like. Is there anything in here really to tempt me? So, big an umbrella we've never had before. That looks like a grandfather clock from the back. Oh, very cute. Love Teddy. That must have been part of the Valentine update. Can't quite make out what that is. That looks like a sink behind it. Could be another sink. Just really hard when it's in the shade. Some sort of sword. We've had a great sword before and it was worth quite a bit of money. Big stack of presents, a chest underneath. Wooden bench. A tool cabinet unit by the looks of it at the back. Definitely looks like something to do with like a back window of a car. And another chest there. And then you got a couple of little things here, like a lamp. Yeah. Definitely some things in there to interest me. Now we know the tier 3s are about 2,000, so you're expecting to pay at least 3 on one of these.
Come on. Okay.
Okay, nobody jumped in with the bidding, so I'm gonna.
Yep.
Okay, we've just hit the 1,000 mark.
Yes.
There's still at least 3 of the ladies in it.
Yep.
Okay, I bid it in because the timer was going nearly to the end.
Okay.
Yeah, we've just hit the 2,000 mark. There's still quite a lot of frantic bidding. Just a couple of times the bidding, nobody's been bidding, and then I've had to jump in just to keep it going.
Yep.
Still many people bidding, at least 2 in it.
Yes.
I think I'm going to set myself a limit of 4,000 on here. Might be a bit on the high end. I'd like to get it close to the 3, but I am willing to go up to 4, I think, on this. We definitely can see some items in there that's going to be worth some bits.
Yes.
Okay, 3,400 at the moment. Oh, she jumped in at the last minute. It's coming again. The camera's being a bit weird. I might have to let this go. I'm not going to go above 4,000 on here.
Higher. Okay. Yep.
Okay, my last bid now. It's going to be slightly above the 4,000 where I said I wanted to be.
Okay. Yes.
Okay, I'm going to back out of it. There is a few things in there that could be worth some value, but 4,000's a lot to get out of a locker. Was there anything else that tempted me here with the auctions before we go? Well, there is another tier 4 straight up now. Now, this one ends at 1 o'clock, so we might as well jump in. Let's see if there's anything good in this one that tempts me. Okay, some sort of lucky machine. What's this on the floor? Looks like a bat or something. Lamp down there, big fridge, freezer. Couple of units. A lot of big things in here. Table in the middle. Some sort of statue down the back there. Another lantern that side. There's got to be a chest down the back somewhere because I don't think I've ever come across a locker without a chest. Might stick with the same bidding I did on the last 3 to 4, but I don't think this is worth as much as the last.
Okay. Yep.
Okay. Over here. Come on.
Okay, it's just hit the 1,000 mark. There's still 3 bidding in there.
Yep.
こっちだ。
Yeah, we're just going past the 1,500. Okay, I'm going to jump in now because the bidding has slowed down a bit. It seems to be me and Palisa?
Yep.
We just hit the 2,000 on there. I'd rather get this for the lower end of 3,000. I just don't think this is worth as much value as the last one we was looking at. Wow, 2,200 for a tier 4. I'm shocked. I'm absolutely, totally flabbergasted with that one. That's cheaper than we've managed to pick up tier 3s in the past. Okay, starting off fridge. Okay, it just says fridge, but it is a fridge. I can see the top compartment's a freezer compartment. Over 100 already, starting off on the first item. A unique. Unfortunately, that's going to be needing the next verification tool to be able to verify them, and then we don't have it. Let's fix you up. 300. Again, it's still a lot to get up to that 2,200 mark. Let's check all the big things out first. 81 on the desk. This is going to take at least 2 trips to get all this stuff back. $48 on this table, not worth as much. But yeah, 4 big items there. There's a lot of stuff. There is no chest. Oh, okay, that's the chest. I thought that was one of the instant sale ones. But it is locked, so that means I've got to send that over. What are you? Lawn chair. 70. $158 for that. I won't pay that much money. But I'm glad somebody will. Good for us. Now, it is saying the value hasn't gone above the 1,000 yet, so that's not the greatest. And this one is showing up as a collector's item. Not much value on the kettle. I think we need to start putting some of this in the truck because it is going to take at least 2. Would be nice to get everything valued first. We won't move anything else out yet. So 182 on that bat toy. 26 on the magazine. 67 on the kerosene lamp. 12 on the ceramic dog. 208 on another lamp. 60 on a jacket. 36. We have got a collector's part, but unfortunately it's another one of them what's not needed this week. So let's put the collectors in this corner. What are you? A wall frame. Only worth 15, so I think I've valued everything in here. So it is saying we haven't made our money. We will make a little bit more when we barter up. I did forget I've still got the car door in the back. That needs to get to the next city, so we'll probably won't do any more auctions, even though there's another tier 4 here today. We'll try and get this to the store. I might drop that off home. If I'm going to drop that off home, I might just go and drop all, like, the chest in. And drop all the collectibles back at the house. Let me just quickly run through what was collectibles. You wasn't. And then we'll see what else we can get in there. Your 2 collectibles. And then we'll chuck a couple of big items on the top afterwards. Might try and get all the small items on this one. At least having all these items would allow some of it to start being sold. Anything that needs to be verified, I don't really want to be taking. One more knick-knack to go. I would really like to get the fridge freezer on this load if I could. But that one we'll leave till last because that has to be verified, so it has to go to the next town. Can we try and chuck you on there somehow? Funny enough, that actually does work. Now the question is, could we get something on the other side without pushing that off? And I don't think so, but I'm going to still try it. Yeah, it's already dropped off. Yeah, that's not going to go on with that. So instead, we'll take the fridge freezer. I know I shouldn't have messed around with it. Okay, we managed to get it in there. There's still quite a lot of bulky items to take. And let's just double check, make sure we're not putting collectibles in. You're a collectible, I want you back out. Okay, something's going wrong because it's showing me items are being collectible. And then them not. So I think all that's collectible, so we'll keep that on us. Send that in. Collect whatever money we can get hold of. Another 2,200, very nice. Back up to 6,500. I think we made a bit of a loss on that one, but I'm not too fussed. Lots of small items to sell, and we just got to hope we can upsell the items, make us a bit more money on them. Drop the chest in, drop the stuff back at the house, and then we'll go over to the other city then. Oh, actually, we need to go back for the other items first. Okay, chest is dropped in. Be ready by about 6 o'clock. Wherever the other... Oh, actually, I think we've left the other 2 collectibles at the shop because we put them in and took them out and we didn't pick them up. Okay, I'm going back to the locker, picking up the rest of the auction stuff, and then we'll pick the stuff that's on the floor at the shop. Okay, let's start with you, because you're very narrow. Actually, could you go in that way? No. Just slightly too big. That's about the best that's ever going to get in there. What else can I put in? If I'm going to put this in, it's going to have to be on its side like that. Now, can we do it the opposite way? Then we could just hang the legs over the side if we desperately need to. Come on, get in. Play nice. Yeah, that'll work. We could probably get you flipped upside down. I'd love to be able to get these 2 beach items in. And then we'll come back for this. We'll take that over the other city to get verified. Okay, I think that's the best we're going to do. We'll come back for the last 2 items. So we didn't really make our money worth on here, and on top of that, it took us 3 trips to be able to get it back. So we are getting to the point, I think, where we need to go for the bigger truck before most other things. Now, I don't know what sort of size the next truck is. We have seen them, so that's the 2 items we left here. That's fine. We'll come back for them in a minute. Actually, I think it's just picked up the 2 items I left here. So you need to stop. You need to stop. Yeah, none of that's collectible. That's fine. We'll leave them 2. We'll come back from in a bit. We've got about 2 hours to get this and go over to the other city. So it might even be something where going to the other city today is not the best call. We do have a chest to pick up at the locksmith as well. Move you over a bit just so I can get the car door up the side when we do go over to the next city. And we'll do. Doesn't have to be perfect. And no items around. So we've picked up everything. Like I said, it is saying we've made a 500 loss on here. Just got to hope we can recoup a lot of that money with him selling the products. Now, some of these would be our speciality. I didn't really pay much attention. But some of them probably equipment or something along them lines. The only thing I need to put in is the chair. And then these have to go back in my locker. I'm keeping them until the next week when they come available. We'll start doing that now. Now I've sort of got a grasp on how the collectibles work. And while we've got a bit of money flow, getting the money is not as desperate as it once was. Only 488. Let's just have a quick look at what he's got to sell. So there's nothing in the shop that's available to buy right now. He's got 8 items. And he's got nothing in the warehouse. So that's all he's got is 8 items left to sell. Now, some of them, like the microscope in 26 hours, is going to be another 1,500 because it's the legendary item. So we've still got quite a good amount of money there. Easily 3,000 to 4,000. And I'm thinking I am going to have an early night. We might just to be able to run these over to the other city. I've got 40 minutes, but I'm not going to rush it. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to set everything up in the vehicle ready to go. All the collectibles that's not ready this week will store away. The cabinet and the car door will take over because we know the collectors want them this week. You can just put them in that way. So yeah, if you look for these items... Actually, it's showing that you are ready to be... It's a little funny on this menu because it's showing the red items as available, but when I take them out, it's then saying it's not available. So this menu is a little bugged. Still a lot of work needs to be done on this game by the looks of it. Oh, that's better. Close up the back. So these were showing as available for collectible. Now I've picked them up. It's saying it's not available. So yeah, that menu is a little bugged, and that's why I never did the collectibles initially. Because there can be a bit of a pain to know what's available and what's not. Anyway, let's get the report for the next day, and let's go over to the next city on the next day. Okay, the best sold item was 752 for the bomb. Made a little bit of profit. But we've got a lot of items to sell still. So we could go and do the chest. Have I got enough room in the back to put the chest? Sort of. I think I can probably get it in this back corner. But we've got to pass that way anyway. Oh no, because we'll have to wait for it to open. So in that case, we'll come back later for it. I'm going to go straight over to the next city. I'm going to go to the collector first. Okay, we made it over to the collector. Let's give him his car door. So we're currently on 20%. And we're up to 40% now. So we should have just given two blue items. So each blue item's 20%. Okay, let's hand in the item. And it's going to take him 6 hours to verify it. So it will be ready about 4 PM tonight. And I think I want to do some blind auctions over this city. Okay, we've just got to the blind auction site. Let's see what they've got available to us. We've got plenty of money this time. So let's start from the top and work our way down. And again, we want to pick them up about 1,000 if it's not one of our specialities. And if it's one of our specialities, around 1,500 is where I've been doing these for. So hobbies and toys is not our speciality.
Yep.
Okay.
So it's already up at 1,100. I'll put one bid in. Well, 1,200, I'll take that. It's a little bit over my estimates I wanted. Do I want to deal with this first before I go and do everything else? Yeah, we'll deal with this first. I'm hoping that I can get everything into one of the smaller boxes, really. And just don't want to tip on the floor. I'm going to have to put it back down. It was stuck to the floor, so something is not playing nice. But yeah, it's stuck to the floor, the boxes. Again, tipping upside down. There's nothing there. Best way, put it in a corner. Give a quick search, and if it says one found, that's just the box. Probably try and get everything into this box because it's going to get in the vehicle a bit better. Yeah, that's fine. There's only one item in there, so we can just verify this. 76 on the toy space helmet. Let's get this big one in. Only worth 15. I could put that in the truck loose. 18 on a magazine. $237 on a medallion because we can now take them up to good quality. 16 on another magazine. $54 on the toy. You know, I might be able to get that down the side still. $74 on that one. And 214 on... What is this even supposed to be? Space goggles. Look like a broken tambourine. And we've got one more box to go through. So beach soda cans. Chemical vessel, which basically looks like a bucket. 169 for that. And there's the chemicals to go in the container. Toy symbols. I didn't catch the value. That's 45. So it is saying we've nearly made our money up in the corner anyway, so that's, I'm happy about that. 14 for this one. I'm just hoping for something in here which is going to be rare or something. And 44 for that one. A bottle or something. 22 on the fish depth meter. Can I... No, it's already good quality. I was going to say, can I repair it anymore? Comic book worth 31. And some fishing bait worth 14. Yeah, nothing's dropping out there, nothing's in there, so let's just dump these over here. Probably find out there's going to be another auction here in a minute. Close this up, put it in the vehicle. Yeah, as you see, it's not doing the best with the physics on here. Jump up and get in properly. Would be nice to get on the side, but I'm not going to risk it. It's already being a bit wonky with the physics. Okay, let's just run back and see what the value said. It said we've basically made our money's worth. Now, if it had been one of our specialities, that would have been really nice. Let's try it the next one. And our specialities is currently sports, military, and equipment. So starting at 700 is not a great one. Another hobbies and toys. Probably put one bid in and that's all. Oh no, it's already 14, so I'm going to back out.
Okay.
Way too high. We've barely made our money on a 1200. Again, the items in there could be totally different. And it will be totally different. But I'm not willing to risk it. And it's still going, so that one's gone over 2,000 easily. Okay, let's have a look at what this one is. This is military, this is more my style. Again, starting up at 800 is not a good sign. Now, we have had some really good laptops in these boxes in the previously. Put a bid in, so at least get one around 1,500. Oh, that's great. Did say my specialities I wanted to get around 1,500, so I'm happy with that. And the last time we got laptops, 2 laptops alone was 1,500. And we already know bombs and stuff like that could be worth a lot of money. Okay, I think those are cannonballs that's rolling away. And I think there was another one that rolled somewhere else. I'll just use this to stack them in, just so I can find the other ball. I think it's all the way down in that corner. Okay, so let's give it a scan. Okay, it's already worth 19. I can't make it any better. 19, can't make it any better. Let's go and get that other ball, just so I don't forget about it. And again, already up to good quality, so I can't improve it. Do want some purples to be in here, really. Well, we've got a smoke grenade there. We know those are worth some good money. 220. Guns don't seem to be worth a lot in this game. Ammo case is nearly worth as much as the gun. And that's going to the collector. So that's another one I can hand in. But it's not saying we've made much money at the moment. Let's hope there's a lot in here. Okay, we've got no laptops off the top of what I can see. Military radio 45. So it looks like we might have not had a good blind auction day. We took a risk. And unfortunately, this one didn't pay off. Only 600 in here. This is the first time I've come across a blind auction. Oh, actually, there's something else up the corner. Yeah, first time we've ever done a blind auction we haven't made our money out of. So it had to happen eventually, but we have been making pretty much a killing out of these. Okay, you win some and you lose some. And I think what we're going to do is sell all the green items that's not collectibles in this city just to build up some rep. Please say I can get that down the back. Oh, that's perfect. Stacking. Okay, we've just made it to the shop on the east side. And I want to build up reputation with this so I can buy this store. But at the moment we can't do it because we're not rep 20. What rep are we in this side of the city? We're currently a level 11 and we need to get up to 15 to get tier 3 auctions. 20. I don't think the tier auctions affect the stuff in the blind auctions though, but it will be like the junkyard and places like that. It will affect. So we want to sell anything green that's not a collectible. I mean, I could take the stuff back that's going to be military, which might be a better idea. Do want to make sure I don't sell the boxes though. Okay, so we did miss some protective glasses in something. So that would have been the military ones. Do I want to sell them here to get the rep? Yeah, we'll just sell them here. I know I can make more money at home. Especially like the cheaper items like the 19 cannonballs. We'll sell them. That's only worth... Ah, it was a collector's item, never mind. Anything less than 50 I'll sell. 45 I'll sell you. That's a collector's item. And then there's one item we've got to grab out of there. It would be in the military box at the back. Okay, we found them. The Mia. And there isn't actually that much in this box. Glass is worth 24. I think I might just sell the boxes. And I'm happy to send all them back so we can make a bit more money on them. From 11 to 13, that's actually not a bad day. Okay, we've just made it to the electronics store. We're going to pick up our cabinet, see how much that's worth. Probably around 400, I would guess. Wow, a lot more than I thought. And we can make it even better. 775. Wow. Oh, okay, it's like a claw machine. I couldn't quite make out what it was before. Okay, we just got back to our own shop. I need to sell these before I go and get the chest because there isn't room to fit it in here. Let's just make sure we haven't put any collectibles away. Okay, just 2 collectibles we had, which was the knife and the rangefinder. One of them I can hand in this week, the other one we'll just store until next. Which is on the next, a couple of days away. It'll be on the next episode when we get the new batch. We'll get money in a minute, we just need to get that chest. I think we got until 8:30 to collect it. Does it say, oh, it's 9 o'clock, it closes.
Afternoon.
Good afternoon. And then we can hand this in. Collect all the money we've got. So it's already good quality, so I can't repair it any better. Let's see what's inside. Okay, we've got a silver bangle. I can repair it up to 183. That's the first time in the chest we've actually had something good for a while. And that's another collectible one. So the chest and the bangle's the only thing I need to add in to the shop. Just trying to remember we collected everything, yeah, because we didn't do any auctions on this day. Let's drop the crate in and let's drop the bangle in. And those 3 are collectibles. I just wish it showed me on the right hand side menu. Makes this a lot easier to take the collectibles out. How much money do you have for me? A couple of thousand? 1,500. Not too bad. We're back up to over 6,000. What have you got item wise in the shop? Some of that is the items I've just brought in. So there's 3 items that's not in the store. Nothing's available to buy quite yet, but in the morning you will have everything except for the cabinet, I think. Ah, actually, it's only 25 minutes for the microscope, which is the legendary item. Can we actually see that in the shop? Yep, 1,700. So we'll have another couple of 2,000-3,000 on the next day. So we do have enough if we wanted to buy the next tour, but we're not going to do that yet. I don't want to leave myself so low on money like I did last time. So last stop of the day, let's pop up to the collector. This is one tough driveway to get into. And I think there's only one item you're going to be wanting yet, just the knife. And that only gives 6%, unfortunately. I'm still not 100% certain how this works with this. So if we look at this guy's items, he wants... We've handed in 4 green items and we've got 26%. He wants another 8 green items, so that means theoretically another 52%, so that'll be 78%. Then that only leaves him 2 purples and a blue. We're not going to get 200% off those, so maybe I can hand in the same item multiple times. Otherwise, I've no idea how I even get him maxed out. We'll see. I think I'm going to call it there on this episode. So we've got a couple of more collectibles we can store away in our cabinet until the following Monday and see if they become available. They would be with this guy as well. We've got about 6,000, so at least we've got money to spend on auctions in the next one. And maybe if we're lucky on the next episode, we might be able to get the verification tool. So that means any purple items at level 3 I'll be able to verify myself, and I won't have to keep spending £80 a time to go into the next city to do it. So that would be the next logical upgrade, I think. But hopefully you're still enjoying the series. If you've got any comments, leave them down below, and I'll be seeing you all very soon. Thank you very much for watching.